said to be Surya Narayana, then he has that kind of Narayana qualities in him. Therefore, he is the only one God whom you make a prayer. Chitram Dravinam. You please bestow in us the Chitra Dravinam. Dravina is blessing or wealth or booty or whatever that is a richness to us. So all that, what is really rich, whatever we mundane acquisitions we have got, they are not truly rich. Because the moment we bring new things, an association or a fascination is only for small time. Later, you lose interest on that. So whatever is there in our almara, you don't remember when you go for shopping. Even if you remember, you'll choose something that is different from what is stocked. But that's all one thing. But we don't want birth, rebirth. We don't want to come back and again go through all sufferings. Therefore, he is the one whom we pray we are going to have that. Secondly, now we are in Uttarayanam and already we have got almost a month. Then we have entered into the sun moving slowly towards the northern direction. And Ratha Saptami tomorrow or yesterday over, where the sun will absolutely turn to straight north direction, where the Agni. So the Agni Rupa is Surya Bhagavan, and he will be showing out his power depending upon the geographical locations. And therefore, Chitram Dravinam, he will be able to do it. And moreover, Surya Bhagavan is all in all. Tamro Arunavata Babhrus Mangalaha. He is a Mangalas Devata, because if not he is there, people cannot be active. Therefore, in this Aruna Prashna, which has been found in the first section of Gayatri Aranyaka, there are actually 6 Prashnas in Aranyaka, and all the 6 are very important about even the so-called Agni Kanda also is there, and many other things which all are necessary for our Shrotriya life, rather religious life, when you are engaged. There, in fact, the Aranyakas tell you that whatever you should do could be done when you are retired. And Aranya Adhiyita, so you should do all in the Aranyas. That is in a seclusion, where there will not be any kind of mundane interferences. But we have got the natural influence upon us. So for that again, we make a prayer to Aruna, who is just before Surya Udaya, after Usha Udaya. So that's Aruna Ketaka Bimba, that's Aruna Ketaka Brimbam. And Aruna Ketaka is one of the best fires. There are hundreds of fires. Somebody says that there are 36 kinds of fires are there. And among those fires, the Aruna Ketaka Agni fire is very much important, and that represents that. Aruna is the god, Ketuka is the Kirana, and both are Agni Rupas. So whenever it is Agni, it's ignition of our Chaitanya Shakti, and when our Chaitanya Shakti is ignited, then we will be able to do some such spiritual and otherwise work. See that our Janma calendar becomes really rewarding, and we will be having a fruitful living as such. Therefore, we are having that kind of best opportunity. Now he is the cause for the pramana for, he is the pramanam for the natural happening, the whole entire phenomena of the nature, which includes the people also, which includes the animals also, which include the gods. Everything in the Prakriti are under his direction, are under his influence. According as the sun, people go on. That's why at some places, they set the sundial. Sundial means according to the sun's rays and times, the exact time will be known. But all our watches, which are man-made, can dupe us, but sun cannot cheat us. He will give exact time. And I saw in Bangalore, Lal Bagh, they installed one sundial.
Yes.
But before that, I saw in the near Kakinada, that Satyanarayana, Veera Venka Satyanarayana place, Annavaram. There is a natural sundial where exactly you see that how at 12 o'clock both the mullus are, hands are together. I have seen at that time 12 o'clock. So in that instance, who runs the clock? The clock, he doesn't require any, that's why solar clocks are there, depending upon the solar power. Therefore, now we are going on talking about the Sisara Rutu in the context, because we have already crossed the rainy season. And so after going through the rainy season, then Sarat season, no, the Sarat season we have seen, and after Sarat season, we get on to the Hemanta Rutu, which we are now running. And that Hemanta Rutu is Hemanta Rutu comes up. But anyway, I think we should do where from, I don't know, Durbhiksham. From here we do it. So before that, you have got this. Please repeat once what I say.
Yes.
Sri Surya Bhagavan. Durbhiksham Devalokeshu.
Durbhiksham Devalokeshu. Durbhiksham Devalokeshu.
Manuna Mudakam Gruhe.
Manuna Mudakam Gruhe. Manuna Mudakam Gruhe.
Eta Vacha Pravadanti.
Eta Vacha Pravadanti. Eta Vacha Pravadanti.
Vaidyuto Yanti Saisiri.
Vaidyuto Yanti Shaishirihi. Vaidyuto Yanti Shaishirihi.
Ta Agnihi.
Ta Agnihi. Ta Agnihi.
Pavamana Anvaikshata.
Pavamana Anvaikshata. Pavamana Anvaikshata.
Iha Jivikama Paripasyan.
Iha Jivika Maparipashyan. Iha Jivika Maparipashyan.
Tasyeisha Bhavati.
Tasyeisha Bhavati. Tasyeisha Bhavati.
Ihe Havasvatapasaha.
Ihe Havaswatapasaha. Ihe Havaswatapasaha.
Maruta Suryatvachaha.
Maruta Suryatvachaha. Maruta Suryastvachaha.
Sharma Sapratha Avrune.
Sharma Saprasa Avrune. Sharma Sapratha Avrune.
So whatever what Sharma Sapratha Avrune, I always like to choose happiness which is widespread. So this happiness widespread you can find in the Sisara Rutu, which follows after the Sarat season. Now we come to that. So then by the time the Sarat season, Sarat season is over and Sisara Rutu dawn begins, there is the problem comes up. Whatever water, Durbhiksham Devalokeshu. See, Devalokeshu means in the divine regions, sky, mid-air, etc. There is a paucity of water. But Durbhiksham, Bhiksha is provision. Durbhiksha is absence of provision. That is, they cannot give you anything. Subhiksham, Bhiksham, Subhiksham, Durbhiksham. These are the three combinations. Bhiksha is just alms. Subhiksham means best alms, and Durbhiksham, absence of that, or paucity of them. So Devalokeshu, Devalokas are many. Don't think that heaven is the only one loka, because there are several lokas which are claimed inhabited by different gods. Agni Loka, Vayu Loka, Marut Loka, Varuna Loka, then Indra Loka, etc. etc. So many lokas are there. Sarvesham Lokanam Adhipatye Sideti. We get the compliment to Surya Bhagavan that he is the monitor of the life sketch of all people living in the all lokas. Therefore, without Surya Bhagavan, no life in any loka at all. But we know only Bhavu Lokam because we are seeing every day. But we cannot imagine or what happen other lokas. So lokantaras also are there. And we do not know what is happening in the lokantaras. Therefore, but whatever water was there in the heaven, all that water has been sent to the Bhulokam in the form of rainy season, plenitude of rains and rains, all places. And we have been also taught that only during the rainy season, one has to sow seeds, one has to make agricultural operations, and beyond that, there is no use. If they do not use properly that opportunity, they will suffer no food whole year. That's why, where is the water stored? Manuna mudakam gruhe, all the water is there in the houses of the human beings after season. And then etavacha pravadanti saivadhyuto yanti saisari. So declaring this kind of caution, the Sisira Rutu will have the lightning as the characteristic, and the lightning has got the possession of the rays of the heats in them. That's why without heat in winter also we cannot exist. There is heat, but for that we are not happy, but it is not as much visible as in the summer. Therefore, Sisirihi yanti vaidyutaha. The Sisirihi goes on by the characteristic of a lightning. So the Sisira Rutu is the successor of winter. To winter, now this is called, this is a time when there is a better heat this season compared to winter. And there would not also be rains. The sky will be clear. Therefore, it is euphemistically said that no water in the heavens. All people in the sky, but all they want, they should come down to earth and ask for it. That's why you observe in our Devata Puja, we say, Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami. Madhye Madhye Paniyam Samarpayami, Asta Prakshanam Samarpayami, Pada Prakshanam Samarpayami, Rajamaniyam Samarpayami. We are all telling like that, indicating that they should get that kind of water comfort. And so, there would be no water beyond many seasons in divine regions. Therefore, all the water should be in the houses of the people. And so, Durbhiksha is food, I told you. And it is difficult to obtain even water as that. So they say Vaidyutaha means the feature from the heat different. So it is different from the cold. And next passage we have seen Taha Pavamana Agnihi Anvaikshata Nihajivikam Aparipasyan. Then Agni, he looked for who is Agni. Agni is called Pavamana Agni. Pavamana Agni is purificatory fire. Pavamana Agni is a sacred fire. And that sacred fire went on looking for water upon the earth. What is water? Water is one which will give jivika, life for people upon the ground. If no water means no jivika at all. Jivika is life force. So with the water only, the water life force begins. And then Agni wanted to find water. How can it possible? And then he says, he makes a prayer to the wind god, having brilliance of the sun. Marusa Marutaha, Suryatvachaha. So who are Maruts? They are very bright bodies. So much brightness similar to that of Surya Bhagavan. So Tvachaha is Kanti. So that Marut Devatas have got their brilliance in them as much equal to that of the Surya Vachaha. And therefore, we make a prayer. Agni makes that I pray that you would bestow waters at all places, which are the causes for happiness. So, Sharma Sapradha Vrune. So he asked the Marut Devatas to deposit water at all places so that there will be some Sharma, increased happiness at all places. And again, here you see that prayer by Agni for Marut Devatas. So Marut and Marut Devatas are Vayu Devatas. Sapta Marutaha, you know that she is actually Indra's wife. I mean, Aditi, Kashyapa's wife, Diti wanted to get a son who can kill Indra Shatru. But Indra was aware of that. He saw that. He entered into the womb of his mother and broke all that into 7 parts, the pindam. Then the mother understood that Indra has done a mischief. And so she makes a prayer to Indra, please give them job. They are now split now. Then Indra says, I will take them as companions. Therefore, we always get the compliment that Indra Marutvan Yapahi Somam Yatha Sharyate Abivat Sutasya, like that mantra goes. So they became the companion. The Maruts, Sapta Maruta. How many Maruts are there? There are 7 wind gods. They became, with the prayer of Agni, the associate of that. So to say, there was wind, fire, and water in the country. So in Agni, you find the combinations of all of that. And the Maruts should kindly obliged to bestow waters upon the earth at all places. And then the waters in turn would bestow happiness to all beings upon the ground. Because they say that Durbhiksham lokam cha punya papanam etat pruchhami samprati. In future, you are going to get a statement that why are lokas created? How not God keep quiet, creating the world, filling them with people and objects, and well, it is all Leela Brahmanda Mandala. It's all out of the sport of the Paramatma that it has come out. So now again prayer for that. So prayer to prayer. So Marut Devatas have got made prayer to the Agni, and they should have an influence upon. Then the Marut Devatas oblige the prayer of the Veda Devatas to bestow waters upon earth at all places. So the waters will bestow special happiness for all beings. For our ritual purpose, for anything without water, there is no registration completion. Something like witness signatures in the present day system. And so like that, the waters would bestow special happiness for all beings. So Sharma Sapradha, Sharma and Sapratha Sharma. Pratha means spreading a larger area. Vast area is called Sapratha Avrune. Aditamrani. Please repeat.
Atitamrani vasagamsi. Atitamrani vasagamsi.
Aštavajri Satagnika
अष्टवज्री शतग्नि च अष्टवज्री शतग्नि च
Vishve Deva Vipraharanti
विश्वे देवा विप्रहरन्ति विश्वे देवा विप्रहरन्ति
Agnihva Saschata.
अग्निजिह्वा असश्चत अग्निजिह्वा असश्चत
Yeah, this is a very interesting question. And Swatapasaha Suryatvachaha Saprathaha Sharma Avrune. So your choice falls upon the gods when they ask you that they should give you widely spread happiness. And who are they? They are called Suryatvachaha. They are the outer skin of the Surya Bhagavan. Suryatvachaha. I request you as a choice, as a preparation for the forthcoming season when the clouds bring rain to the mythology. They bear happy relations. Samasta Prathama. Yeah, I have to make out what I wrote. Yes. So in the Swatapasaha is the word. One's own penance. Suryatvachaha, brilliance of that of sun himself. Pratha is spreading. Sapratha Sharma means widely spread happiness. Avrune, I request that. This is the desire which is expressed from the Surya Bhagavan. Then Agni and Maruts are required good friends in our Vedic mythology. They bear happiness relations. So Samasprathama Avrune. So they want to be amity, they wanted to be very much conditionally kind and happiness between them. Atitamrani vasagumsi.
अतिताम्राणि वासागुंसि अष्टिवज्री शतग्नि च
Ashtivajri Sataghija.
अष्टिवज्री शतग्नि च अष्टिवज्री शतग्नि च विश्वे देवा
Vishvedeva.
विप्रहरन्ति विश्वे देवा विप्रहरन्ति अग्निजिह्वा असश्चत अग्निजिह्वा असश्चत.
So now here the robes of Vishvedevas during the Sisara season are described to be very, very attractive. The Vasagumsi means many robes for the gods have been picked up. And how are they? The overlords are Vishvedevas. And who are Atitamrani Vasagumsi. So they have taken Atitamrani means actually red hue color, red hue class, but not ordinarily picture ready. It is a powerful, attractive redness, red ornaments. And also Satagni, she also collected some weapons like Ashtivajri and Satagni. So she picked up two kinds of powers. Ashtavajri, Satagrija. These are all two powers. Then Vishvedevas are quelling down the Vajri and Satagni. They are with that weapons, they are destroying the demons. The Vishvedevas are unequal. Vishvedevas are quelling down the enemies with those weapons. And moreover, these gods have got their tongues in the form of flame, and the sounds that come up from the Agni are very well likened. Therefore, the sound is called as so Agni Jihvaha Asastata. Agni Jihva is the tongue. So the tongue of Agni is like that. So elucidation on Sisara Rutu is confirmed, is continued further in this passage. There are, in this season, the ruling deities for Sisara Rutu. And there are 12 Vishwadevas who have occupied the season. So we have category of deities in the yes. In Vedic mythology, we have a number of deities like Vishwadevas, Sarve Devaha, Devaha, and all that. So they always wear tawny color, Tamrani, Ati Tamrani Vasagumsi. It is Vasam, Vasagumsi means a number of robes. Vasa actually means Juvachanam, upper cloth and lower garment. So both garments put together is called Vasa. And especially when Dhanam you do it, but for Brahmachari, for Grihasthas, you should not do only one. You should always make a gift of things which are got scope for the child also. Like that, here, Atitamrani Vasagumsi. The Vasas are dressed is very much Tamravana. And Ashtivajri Siddhakaja. So Ashtivajri and Siddhakajri, who is also, who is not present here, is going to bring him here. So Vishwe Deva Praharanti, and therefore Agnijihva Saschata. So these fellows have got tiny colored robes and they have three powerful ayudas and they make a roar, and the roar of Rudra is potentially strong and great. So the Vedic language often abound in the metaphors which will help the right understanding with reference to context. On one hand, for memory power, increasing the memory power, these mantras are very much useful. Naiva devo na martyaha.
Naiva devo na martyaha. Naiva devo na martyaha.
Naraja varuno vibuhu.
Saraja varuno vibuhu. Naraja varuno vibuhu.
Nagnirnendro na pavamanaha.
Nagnirnendro na pavamanaha. Nagnirnendro na pavamanaha.
Matrukacha vidyata vidyate.
Matrukkachana vidyate. Matrukkachana vidyate.
Divyasyaika dhanurartnihi.
Divyasyaika dhanurartnihi. Divyasyaika dhanurartnihi.
Pruthivyam.
Pruthivyam. Pruthivyam.
Aparasritaha.
Aparashritaha. Aparashritaha.
Tasyendro amrirupena.
Tasyendro vamrirupena. Tasyendro vamrirupena.
Dhanurjam.
Dhanurjam. Dhanurjam.
Achinat swayam.
Achinashvayam. Achinashvayam.
You get the concept that when the bull was important to him, became important. So before that, you got Arunaketu Agni is the tongue of Vishwadeva. And so whatever Vishwadeva tell you, that is having a validity. The tongue is in the form of bow. What is the tongue of Paramatma? It is in the form of bow, arrow, bow. The upper lip of the bow is in the sky, and other end is upon the earth. End is the form of yes, worm, but worm bit the cord of the bow. So in this prashna, we come across that Divyasya Dhanurartnihi Prithiviyam Aparastaha. So when you, if you are able to catch that Prithiviyam Aparastaha, Divyasya Eka Dhanurartnihi, Tasyendro Vamrirupena, Indra in the form of Vamra, a worm bite the tip of the bow, and so immediately that bow upper tip touched Shiva, and he got removed of this head. So, but when Arunaketaka Agni remained in the form of tongue to the Vishwadevas, as that was the form of the bow, the tie-up of it, including the heaven and the other earth, so Indra Divya Dhanuhu Jam Achinatu Swayam. So in Indra, in the form of a worm there, and he just bite number of times that. Therefore, Prithiviyam Aparasitaha. Upon the earth, they are different people. And Tasya Indra Vamirupena Dhanurjam Achinaswayam. So when all kings have come, now it is the time of the Indra to do the same thing. So Indra cut down the bowstrings and their heads got shot off to various places. Because they are keeping their tip resting upon the bow. So that's why the bow's handle is being kept very carefully. I hope Tasyendro. Now Divyasya Eka Dhanurartrihi. For Divya, for heaven, there is only one Dhanu Artri. There is only one card for that Divya Dhanus. And Prithivya Aparasitaha. So upon the land, people have taken to different ones. That Arunaketuka Agni remained in the form of tongue of the Svedevas, and as that was the form of bow, the tip of it was touching the heaven, and the other, the earth, Indra, out of here, cut off the bow strings. Assuming the form of a worm or ant. Tasyendra Vamri Rupena. Vamri is the personality of worm, a small creature. It bites it. So Indra did the job. And in the actions taken by the Mahatmas, there will be always some kind of meaning and significance. And that's why Kvachit Maharshinam Shapaha Sanugraho Bhavati. The statement that sometimes the curse given by the Maharshis will turn into a blessing to the incumbent. So that's why they are also Veda Purushas, and their knowledge is always full with the Vedic hymns. Now, this particular instance that the head of the gods is being removed, Kalaha, so because of the time, they are cut off. So out of fear, cut off the bowstrings, assuming the form of a worm. Divyasya Eka Dhanurartnihi and Prithivya Aparasitaha Tasyendro Vamri Rupena Dhanuhu Jam Achinatu Swayam. So Dhanuhu Swayam Jam Achinatu. So in Indra, in our mythology, Indra is the most mischievous fellow in a number of ways. So he just bite that particular card of the bow, and the Rudra had kept his chin upon the other end of the bow. So when the string is cut off, the tension, so immediately it got released, and so the head of Rudra got cut off in that.
Mm.
So Indra Rupena Dhanuhu Tyamam. So the Arunaketu Agni remained in the form of, actually, what is this meaning that the Arunaketu Agni, who is important or after whom the yajna is being done, he was in the form of a tongue of Vishwadevas, and so then the bow touched the heaven, connecting the earth and heaven, and so he tried to link up, and so that's why the rainbow we call has no curve, has only colors. So Indradhanus we call it. It is the arrow of the Indra's bow. So Indra, out of fear, cut off bowstrings, assuming the form of a worm. And now we get another expression. Indra is also depicted to be a mischievous and voluptuous deity, causing problems to his followers. He's like Ravana only, I should say. He does a lot of mistakes. He wanted all gods to come and help him. See that he gets back what he lost or what he did.
Mm.
That is Indra's most mischievous thing. And now onward, because that bow is even today found in the sky, not with a string, they named it as Indradhanus. So now he gives a conclusion. Tadindradhanurityajyam abhravarne shochakshate etadeva Shriyoho Mahasya Rudrasya Dhanuhu Etatu. This is what we see in the sky. Is not the Dhanusu or bow of anybody, but it is the Indradhanus. Otherwise, it is called Rudrathanus. And that Rudrathanus, even today visible soon after the rainy season. Probably that kind of Dhanus or time, it requires the support of the people. And accordingly, the whole legend goes like that it has all happened because Indra is jealous, Asuya. And moreover, the Agni is always found in the tongue only. Therefore, we make a prayer, Agnirme Vachisritaha. Then Vakhrudaye Hrudayam Mayi, like that, you just say the Prana Pratishtha mantras, where whatever the Purohit utters, it is Agni, it is fire, it is energetic, and it requires no more other touches. That's why Agni Manavakaha. Manavaka is the boy. The boy is like a powerful probably that became the feature of the. So in course of time, the Indra misbehavior has been popular, and it is found in the Ramayanam, it is found here, it is found in the Vedas, because Indra has highest power. He is the king of all gods. So many gods cannot advise him for proper checking behavior, but they leave Indra for himself. Therefore, it is like that. I think today we stop here. Etadindra
Yes, sir.
And next we continue.
Okay, sir.
So I should mark where we stop. That is about Indra Dhanus we are talking. And whoever performs the Pravargya ceremony,